Time for another project in the man cave, but I'm going from 1/6 scale to 1/32 scale. Stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul Knapp and I am once again in the man cave and I have another project for you. This time I'm going to be going to the 1/32 scale. I've been working with 1/6 scale for a while. And I think it's time to make a diorama in the 1/32 scale. So I'll be taking a closer look at the BMC Iwo Jima playset, which came out in the year 2000. Now this playset was originally issued in the year 2000. It has 54 millimeter, which is just slightly bigger than 1/32 scale figures. It had 24 Marines. It had the 6 Marines raising the flag, 24 Japanese, a Sherman tank and amphibious assault craft, which you can see there. And also it came with this very large plastic mountain. Now, the only thing I didn't care for about the mountain was, and I'll show it to you up close, there's only a quarter of the mountain there. In other words, they made it as a corner piece, not a centerpiece or a backdrop. So you always had to put it in the corner. So what I'm thinking about doing for my diorama is taking this piece of foam that I have here and creating at least another quarter of the mountain, or the, I guess, left side or right side, depending upon how you're looking at it, and hopefully have it match as close as I can. So that's the project in the man cave. Now here is the plastic mountain piece, or 3 pieces that I was referring to. As you can see, it's 2 larger pieces, and these would clip together, and then you have a smaller piece that sets on top of the mountain and kind of covers the caves up. And then on the very top flat piece, well, you would either put the Marines raising the flag, or you could just leave it flat if you didn't want it to be the top of the mountain. So this was it, but again, it's flat on one side and flat on this back side. So you had basically this front section and side section. So my plan is to probably turn it this direction and create, I guess, what would be the right side or left side as you're looking at it, and make a much larger mountain terrain piece. I may even come back and add some color to this so it's not just totally gray. So that is my newest project, so let's go ahead and get started. And before I get started on this project, as you can see, I did beef up my BMC playset. It only came with 1 of these, and I've added 3 more. It also, when I first bought it, I only had 1 set of Marines, and they were real light green. I've added another set of those, plus they came out with a darker set, so I've added those. And also, same thing on the Japanese side. So I went with the kind of flesh tone colored BMC figures, and then they came out later with this lighter tan. So yeah, I could not just keep the 24 Marines and 24 Japanese. I had to beef that up. So, but we're gonna make a diorama and set this up and see what it looks like. Okay, so let me just catch you up on what's been done here. The other quarter of the mountain, the right side of this, is complete. After I completed the carving of the foam, I went with 1 or 2 batches of Sculptamold and just kind of filled in all the cracks. Added some little details like the boxes, some sandbags, some rocks. Covered it with some fine grout, dirt, rocks if you will. The leftover pieces, I made some scatter terrain, just 3 pieces. I then covered it in hodgepodge, and let it set overnight. And then I also gave it a spray of just a PVA glue, watered down, just to make sure everything is stuck in there pretty well. Next step is to prime it all in gray first, and I'm probably going to prime the other plastic piece gray just to make a match, and then do the highlights. So as I started setting up my diorama for this video, I realized the mountain, the hill, was still very shiny, still too light for me. Then I realized I never did put a black wash on it, so I just finished the black wash on it. So it looks much better than it did before. I know you probably can't see it in the video, but the black wash over top of that took the shine off of it, made it a little bit more dingy, dirty, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And I think it blended in the other side much better than it was before. I also ordered 2 more landing craft, the Amtraks, and another tank. So that should fill up my table. So let's get ready to film a diorama. And here is the final project complete with all the plants. I added some extra entanglements. Now these were just additions that I made on the side, not foam, they're wood with plaster, but I added those in as well. I think the mountain turned out fairly well. I have my backdrop ready for my filming before I put in any Japanese on the mountain or any Marines on the beach. The Marines are already in the landing craft getting ready for filming day, so stay tuned for a second video on the diorama itself. Thanks for watching.